Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and this time, The Secret Forces, the second set in 2015, and let's just say that there is one archetype and one deck in this set that they really wanted to make good in like just this set alone. I think this is one of the more it's Nekroz, and I'm gonna be playing Nekroz, and it has never been this easy to just take stuff from the set and just slam it into a deck. So yeah, we also got Yosen Juice here as well, but the highlight of the set is Nekroz, for basically a continuation to Jeexx, being this water type focused archetype of ritual monsters. All of their rituals being a basically similar card to an existing extra deck monster. Like, for example, you have a Brianna and Trishula here, obviously, for the ice barriers. We have Fabled Unicorn, Fabled Valkyrs. We have Grand Valkyrs for those, Catastrophe Decides Armor for Allies of Justice. They're basically like these dual terminal archetypes here. I don't remember what Colossalus was, other than it was a synchro. But that's besides the point. We'll talk about those more in the deck building section. But all you have to know is that Nekroz is one of the few tier 0 decks that ever existed in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. And a lot of the stuff that made it good is already in this set. Which I have Ritual Beasts here, who are a fusion archetype that basically like cycles through their cards and like tags out of their extra deck monsters to extend their place. It's pretty neat. Also, we have Manju here to further support the extra deck ritual archetype, as well as a lot of the ritual djinns. Release of rituals, we've agreed to for me to leave out of my deck, because it's not an interesting or fun card. It's a card that you can banish from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for a ritual summon, and then using it essentially prints a new set of text on the ritual summoned monster, which says that the opponent of the ritual summoned monster cannot special summon as long as the ritual summoned monster is on the field. It's not interesting, it's not fun, it's very much stupid, so we decided to leave it out of here. We also have Jeexx here, we have Karkardi if you're really desperate for some draws. Abyss Dweller here as just a good generic rank 4 for the extra deck. Preparation Rites, they're obviously very good for Nekroz as well. And Vanity's Emptiness, another card that we've decided to leave out, because another card that it's not fun to play against and it's not interesting to play yourself. So yeah, and Royal Decree obviously pretty good to just stop trap effects if you don't care about them themselves. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I think thematically Nekroz is pretty cool. I've never really played a ritual deck before, so it'll be interesting to see what we can do with Nekroz. So hopefully you enjoyed the set breakdown, and I will see y'all in the deck building sections next.
Okay, so Secret Forces. This is a deck building set. I think this is the actual first deck building set that they made. Number Hunter is similar to this, but it's not actually of the same booster type, quote unquote. But the Secret Forces is much like the new Challengers. Not the new actually, yeah. Much like Duelist Alliance was, much like the new Challengers was, The Secret Forces is another point in Yu-Gi-Oh! In Arc V history where the game goes like, the power just like creeps the fuck up. And it's because of these motherfuckers. These pieces of shit combined with these pieces of shit. But yeah, I'm not playing those. I'm not playing Nekroz because I'm a self-respecting human being. Okay? We're playing Ritual Beast. So, Ritual Beasts, let's start out with the non-Ritual Beasts in the deck, which is Altitude 9. Once per turn, if another monster on the field returns to the hand or main deck, send one wind monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this was specific, like if this was from the field to the extra hand or main deck, I think this could actually be pretty good. Like this card could legitimately be really good. But unfortunately, it doesn't have any synergy with the fusion, so it doesn't actually have any like chance of being playable. Gishki Chain, if this card is normal summon, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and you can reveal one ritual monster or one ritual spell card among them and add it to your hand. Also after that, place any remaining cards on the top of your deck in any order. So this card is in here specifically so I get access to Finish Chain. Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. This is the play starter really. Like you need this card in your hand with another Ritual Beast to do really anything. After your normal summon this card, you can normal summon one Ritual Beast monster during your main phase this turn in addition to your normal summon / set. Can only gain this effect once per turn. Can only special summon this card once per turn. Each Ritual Beast has this effect at the end of their text, other than the fusions. Lara, Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. If this card is normal summon, you can target one Ritual Beast monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You can only special summon one Ritual Beast Tamer Lara once per turn. If this card is normal summon, you can target one banished Ritual Beast monster and special summon it. Spiritual Beast, Apelio. Once per turn during your main phase, during either player's turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast monster from your graveyard. For the rest of this turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack and defense. Spiritual Beast Kanahawk. Once per turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast monster from card from your deck. Card, not monster. Face up during your second standby phase after this card's activation, or this effect's activation, add the card banished by this effect to your hand. And then we have Spiritual Beast Pelifin. Once per turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your hand and target one card your opponent controls, return to the hand. Rampengu, once per turn during your main phase, you can banish one Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck and send one Ritual Beast monster with the same type as that monster from your deck to the graveyard. Burial from a different dimension to recur cards that are banished to the graveyard and also to give me access to Foolish Burial and Premature Burial. DDR, different dimension reincarnation. Discard one card and then target one of your banished monsters. Special summon it. Burial also gives me access to DDR because it's a different dimension. Then because this also has dimension in its name, it gives me dimension fusion, pay 2000 life points. Both players special summon as many of the removed from play monsters as possible. Foolish Burial, you send one card from a monster from your deck to the graveyard. Premature Burial, you summon one monster from your graveyard by paying 800 life points. Ritual Beast Spawn, banish 2 Ritual Beast monsters you control, and special summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. This card is pretty good. Because these all have like a strict requirement of a tamer and a spiritual, so you can circumvent the requirement of having to have a tamer and a spiritual on board to be able to then summon out Kalahawk to do some loops, for example. And overall, this card, like, I'm playing one copy of it, but I think 2 could probably be acceptable. Not acceptable. I think 2 could be more consistent overall. But at the same time, I can search for all of my Ritual Beast cards with a card that we're going to discuss in a bit. Finish Chain, activate by target one effect monster on the field, negate its effects while it's face up at the field. It cannot attack, and when it is destroyed, destroy this card. Ritual Beast Ambush, target one of your Ritual Beast Tamers and one of your Spiritual Beast monsters that are banished and or in your graveyard, and a special summon them in defense position. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon except Ritual Beast monsters. Can I only use one of these effects once per turn? One of these cards once per turn. Then we have Ritual Beast Thieves, which says if you control a Ritual Beast monster, destroy monsters on the field up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you currently control. Non-targeting. This is really good. This effect is like really good, specifically because like this is like something that didn't really register for me. Kayfabe, like breaking kayfabe again. This comes up in the match, but when a card effect is activated, the targets are Nekroz monster. You can discard this card, which is really strong. Like this card makes this really strong in this matchup. Plague Spreader Zombie. Again, it's for synchro place, so then I can do stuff to make like Gaia if I really need it for some reason. An extra copy of Burial, an extra copy of DDR, a third copy of Dimension, a third copy is Foolish, 3 MST if I happen to need them. Premature Burial, Ritual Beast Spawn, and 3 copies of Soul Release. Soul Release is in here for a number of reasons. If I'm playing against a deck that has like strong graveyard presence, this card can be pretty good. But it's also gonna enable me to set up for like Dimension Fusion, and it's also gonna allow me to have more modulation for my graveyard because I'm gonna be returning a lot of cards to the graveyard, and then I can just banish them back with Soul Release, for example, and then I can just keep using them for loops. But yeah. Then we have Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio, and all of the Ritual Beast fusion monsters, as I said, have the requirements of a Tamer and a Spiritual Beast. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other cards' effects until the end of the damage step. And then all of the Ritual Beast fusions also have this effect. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck, then target two of your banished monsters, one Ritual Beast Tamer and one Spiritual Beast monster, and special summon them in defense position. This thing is this effect with the next card, with Ulti Kalahak. Again, one Tamer, one Spiritual. If this card attacks, it is not this one. Once per turn, you can target two of your banished Ritual Beast cards, then add them to the return them to the graveyard, and if you do, add one Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. That effect is really good. This effect basically means that as long as you get to draw into a Tamer and a Ritual Beast or a Spiritual Beast or into Ritual Beast Bond and any two Tamers or any like cards in general, you'll be able to make Kalahak, and Kalahak can then start doing some shit by looping shit. Yeah. Then also has the quick effect of you can return to the extra deck and summon two. Ulti Pelfin cannot be destroyed by card effects. It's just a defensive wall and has the same effect of during either player's turn you can return this card. Blah blah blah. Gaia, because I have Altitude Knight and I kind of figured I might as well put Synchro in case I want to play Plague Spreader, in case there's a world where I just want to have a vanilla. Abyss Dweller is in the set if I remember correctly. This card has material attached to it that was originally water. All water monsters you control gain 500 attack, and once per turn you can detach one material from this card. Your opponent cannot activate any card effects in their graveyard this turn. That effect is really good. That effect is legitimately really good, and I'm kind of interested to see if I can get this out at any point that is relevant. And we'll most likely see this more in the future if we happen to get access to it through some way. I don't think Abyss isn't that common of a word. Like obviously, we're going to have a lot of Burning Abyss. We're going to have a lot of Abyss actors. We're going to have a lot of like random decks that have Abyss in it. But for the most part, we're not going to be seeing this card. So it would be cool if we saw this have some potential in this set. Then we have Exciton Knight, which I get from Altitude Knight. Once per turn, during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and or field than you do, you can attach one material from this card and destroy all of the cards in the field. Also, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. Yep, not a bad dozen. Overall, I think this set is going to be fairly interesting. It's going to be a fun set to play. I'm going to enjoy getting to loop around using Kalahaks because I haven't been really playing many combo decks recently. I don't think since Infernities in the anniversary episode, if not before that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyhow, good luck with the games.
And welcome back, guys and gals, and here's our deck for today. Like I said, we're playing Nekroz, so yeah, without further ado, let's just look through the deck and see what we're working with. So right off the bat, let me just establish that all of the Nekroz rituals have two effects, and also the condition where they can only, they must be ritual summoned, and each of their effects is once per turn. You can use both, and then they can be ritual summoned for any ritual Nekroz spell, obviously. But all of them have an effect in the hand where you can discard them for something, and then an effect on the field. So just keep that in mind as we go through. I'll just talk about them as their like hand effect and on field effect. So first up, we have Nekroz of Clausulus. I'll also go through because you see what we have in our extra deck. Abyss Dweller is the only thing that we might actually be summoning because it's just generically pretty good. Stops graveyard effects. So, and we can use that if we have like maybe Manju or Senju summoned the previous turn, then we summon the other one. The next one, then we can overlay them and actually use them for something like Abyss Dweller, and also it boosts our water monster, which Nekroz obviously are. But everything else here is just there for Kaleidoscope that we will talk about a little later. So I'll just show these off as we talk about the respective ritual parts. And for Mr. Clausulus, we have Nekroz of Clausulus. And its hand effect is that you can discard it to add a Nekroz spell trap from your deck to your hand. This is used to get our ritual spells to our hand, and then the on-field effect, as a quick effect, you can target a face monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck, and until the end of this turn, the target's attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated. We're basically never getting this on board. It would be like a very desperation play. Most of the time, we're just using this to find our ritual spells. Something that we're much more likely to summon though is Nekroz of Unicorn, obviously based on the fabled Unicorn. And then we can discard it to target a Nekroz card in our grave, except Unicorn, add it to our hand. And then the on-field effect, it has a static effect where it negates the effects of face monsters on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. This is kind of the opposite of Colossals, where we are probably pretty rarely using the discard effect of Unicorn. Also kind of a desperation play. And more often than not, like if we manage to establish like something else and Unicorn, obviously it's pretty good to have all the stuff negated by Jeexx extra deck monsters. Then we have a single Nekroz of Catastor, obviously based on Ally of Justice Catastor, a very historically good synchro monster. Catastor can be discarded to target a Nekroz monster in our grave to special summon, but unfortunately it doesn't ignore any summoning conditions. So obviously all of our rituals, it doesn't work on them, which is why Catastor isn't the greatest. But on field, at the start of the damage step, if any of your Nekroz monsters battle your opponent's face monster that was summoned from the extra deck, you destroy the monsters. It's not very big itself, but it helps us maybe beat over some big stuff if we don't have big stuff of our own. And working on any Nekroz monster is obviously pretty neat. But it's mostly here because I just wanted to have one of each in here. It's not the greatest. We do have another one in the side though, because I was honestly kind of lost with most of our side deck except for one card that we'll talk about. Then one of the best ones, maybe even the best one for our rituals, is Nekroz of Brionac, obviously based on Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. And the discard effect is what we're going to be looking at most of the time, where we can discard this to add a Nekroz monster from our deck to our hand. The opposite of like Colossals adds a spell and Brionac adds us monsters, which is very good because we can add both rituals and non-rituals, which obviously very good flexibility. But also the field effect is very good, where you can target up to 2 face monster on the field that was spell summoned from the extra deck to shuffle them into the deck. Both effects obviously very good, being a 6, like having a good card tied to it, all makes Nekroz of Brionac pretty damn good. And also the card that you always see when you boot up Dueling Book, which is pretty cool. Then we have Nekroz of Gungnir, a second one in the side as well. The discard here is what we're looking at most of the time, where as a quick effect, you can discard this to target a Nekroz monster you control, which then gets destruction protection by battle and card effects for the turn. And then on the field, as a quick effect, you can discard a Nekroz card to target a card at the field and destroy it, which is also pretty good. But it's just, I don't know. Both of these effects are pretty decent, but it's like stuff like the protection is, we'd rather be in a position where we don't need it, but it's just nice to have. Then we have a Nekroz of Valkyries, obviously based, Gungnir obviously based on the Dragon of the Ice Barrier, and the Valkyries is based on Fable Valkyries. And we have 2 of them in the main, 1 more in the side as well. I haven't been saying their levels, but obviously the levels are same as the other ones. Colossal is 3, Unicorn is 4, Catastor 5, Brionac 6, Gungnir is 7, Valkyries is 8. And the discard effect of Valkyries is also used to banish a Nekroz card from your grave to negate the attack that your opponent is declaring and then immediately end the battle phase. It's something that we can use like out of desperation to buy us another turn. And then the on-field effect is during our main phase, we can tribute up to 2 monsters from our hand and or field, and if we do, we can draw the same number of cards. Obviously very good, because you can draw 1, you can draw 2, if you have stuff that you don't really care about anymore, and the flexibility of it being hand or field is obviously very good. Also, Valkyries is a very big at 2900. Not many things can beat over it, so it's very likely to stick on the field. Then next we have an Nekroz of Trishula, 2 in the main, 1 more in the side, obviously based on Trish. And This one also has very good, both of its effects are very good. The hand effect, when a cardio effect is activated targeting a Nekroz monster or monsters, you can, as a quick effect, discard this to negate the activation. Doesn't destroy the card, unfortunately, which may matter in some cases, but still having protection is pretty good. And then on Ritual Summon, it just does the Trash effect where you banish a card from their hand, card from their field, and a card from their graveyard, and the one in their hand is random. The other two you pick. And then finally we have Nekroz of Decisive Armor based on Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. This is here mostly just as a big dumb beater because it's 3,300, which is insane. Also, it must be ritual summoned without using any level 10 monsters and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Oh yeah, I've completely forgot that the later ones, it's start with Gungnir. Gungnir, Valkos, Trish, and Decisive Armor have the condition where they must be a ritual summoned without using the specific level that they have. But Decisive Armor, during either player's turn, you can discard it to keep an extra monster you control 1,000 attack and defense until the end of this turn. And then the on-field effect, you can target a set card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, banish it. It's neat, but obviously, it's mostly here just to be a big dumb beater, but being able to also pop back row is potentially very neat. Unfortunately, it needs to be specifically set cards, so if your opponent activates it in response to this, and it's a continuous trap or continuous spell, then this obviously just fizzles out. Then we have the solution to a lot of these like level limitations, especially on the bigger ones, and also just making our life way easier. Oh yeah, we also have a second Decisive Armor here. Ensure it, Strategist of the Nekroz. Where if you ritual summon exactly one Nekroz ritual monster with a card effect that requires use of monsters, this can be used as the entire requirement. And then also if it's attributed by a card effect, you can add a Warrior Nekroz ritual monster from our deck to our hand, which is very good because obviously the like most of our best stuff, Colossal, Lustrish, Brionac, are all warriors. Like we use this to summon something, and then we can either page protection for it, a way to add an additional ritual spell to our hand, or a way to add an additional ritual card to our hand, because we can also use Shurit to... Sorry, we can also use Brionac then to grab another Shurit, so they feed into each other very nicely, which is very good. Then we have a single Great Sorcerer of the Nekroz, one more inside as well, where if it's attributed by a card effect, you can add a Spellcaster type Nekroz ritual monster from your deck to your hand. The same thing is here with Shurit, and it's also here with Exa, which we'll talk about in a little bit, where they sort of like add their own type of card to hand. So Great Sorcerer gives us Valkyries or Unicorn, and then when a Great Sorcerer is banished, you can send a Nekroz monster from your deck to grave, except Great Sorcerer of Nekroz, which is not as important, but obviously like Valkyries and Unicorn are both very good. So if we use Great Sorcerer of Nekroz to go into Unicorn, we also get to add one further. Exa, kind of same thing here, where if it's attributed for a card effect, it's a dragon, that's a dragon. So it either gives you Catastrophe or Decisive Armor. And then the discard effect, sorry, not discard effect. Too many effects to go through. The banish effect on Exa is you can target one of your banished Nekroz monsters except this card and special summon it. But only one of these effects once per turn, and only one per turn. Same thing with Great Sorcerer. We also, I'll talk about it here because we've kind of run through these like alongside each other. We also have a single Dance Prince of the Nekroz in our side, which protects our ritual, basically protects us from effect negation. When we activate ritual spells, Dance Princess protects, or prevents, sorry, I'm going through it, man. Prevents our opponent from targeting or using anything, and then ritual monsters cannot be targeted by their card effects. And then if it's attributed, you're gonna target one of your banished Nekroz monster to add it to our hand. So Dance Princess doesn't give us anything out of the deck, and instead like returns one of our banished things, like lets us reuse our other stuff. The problem with Dance Princess and why it's only in the side is like obviously the effect prevention and protection is very nice, but having a 1600 body beater on the board well, not a beater, but having just this have to sit on the board to protect us is not the greatest. We don't really have a way to protect it, and we don't want to commit our normal summon on this to then have to also further protect it from stuff with like Gungnir and Trish. That's why it's in the side. It's there as a like maybe option, but it's not gonna be our main thing. Also, I'm taking a long time because I'm rambling, so let me speed up a little. Manju of 10,000 hands, Senju of 10,000 hands, we know what these do. Manju adds as ritual monsters all spells, and then Senju always adds ritual monsters, and then they can also be overlaid if one sticks on the field line, we get another one the following turn to make Abyss Dweller. Then for our ritual cards, we have 3 Mirror, 2 Cycle, and 2 Kaleidoscope. Mirror chips monster from my hand or field, and or banishes Nekroz stuff from our grave to ritual summon. And all 3 of our ritual spells have the same condition, where you can banish it. If you control no monster, you can banish the spell from your grave as well as a single Nekroz monster to add a Nekroz spell from your deck to your hand. So that's a way to get more ritual spells back to your hand. Cycle, kind of the same thing, but you need to specifically attribute monsters from your hand and or field. Sorry. And summon one. And then a Kaleidoscope summons any number. I forgot. Mirror and Cycle both summon only one, but Kaleidoscope can summon as many as you want, as long as you have the required number of stars, where you attribute a monster from your hand or field, or send one monster from our extra deck to the graveyard, which is why we have all of this stuff here. Unfortunately, we don't have access to like Nitis or Herald to get further like effects from sending that stuff, but we still like obviously have the exact same numbers if we need them. But then it lets us ritual summon using the sent monsters level that we send from the extra deck. And we have 2 Cycle, 2 Kaleidoscope, 3 Mirror. We have the additional 3rd copies of Cycle and Kaleidoscope in the side as well if we need them. And then finally, to add even more consistency here, we have Prep of Rites. Obviously gives us access to most of our ritual monsters and then gives us a ritual spell as well. And then we have 3 MST to end off our main deck. And the only stuff that we haven't talked about in this side yet, we have 2 Plague Spreader just in case, because we don't really use our normal summon for other than the 1,000 Hands. So if we want to normal summon this, and then we have a ritual that we can maybe use to make extra deck plays to make some of our stuff that we have, it's an option. But most of our stuff that we are running, like apart from the Ice Barriers and maybe Valkyries in some rare occasions, like most of this stuff isn't the greatest anymore. So we would usually rather just get our ritual, so that's why it's in the side just as an option. And then finally, we're not running any traps, so we have Royal Decree here just in case Jeexx ends up running some trap stuff. So yeah, long yap session. I'm sorry for that, 15 minutes, but there's a reason why this deck was tier 0. Even with, like, obviously we're not running the, like, super broken stuff that made it tier 0. Like, we don't have Release or Rituals, we don't have Vanity's Emptiness, we're missing some stuff. But I still think, like, even like this is definitely, like, a very strong deck. So it'll be interesting to see if we can pilot it in a way where it also shows in the gameplay. With all that being said though, thank you for watching the deck breakdowns, and I will see y'all in the dueling zone next. What's up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to History Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, and today we are back with Secret Forces. So Jeexx, how are you feeling today?
I forced myself to play this deck, but at the same time, I would have had to keep it a secret for a long time that I wanted to play it. But here we are.
We get like 1 week of relief. Like, you know what? Maybe that was that was for the best. But
what do you mean? I haven't done puns in like 3 weeks at least.
Maybe that's why it hurt so bad.
Just kept coming out of nowhere. Swing.
But it's good to be back here, and we had a couple like mammoth episodes, so hopefully today won't go 2+ hours. Touch wood, but we shall see how it goes.
No.
The coin flip gods have graced me today.
Why is it always like this? Can't believe he always picks the right option.
Always.
man.
Yeah, I always win. Well, this is not actually. This is actually not a very good hand. I will not lie. I will not lie. Yeah, this is really bad. I will say I did, I think, 3 test hands for this, which is huge sample size. But uh, I did not have the greatest test hands, which probably could have been an indication to hey, you should probably change some things. But there were a few, like the Senju Amanju of the Thousand Hands. I still to this day have never seen them, although I have 3 copies of both in my deck, which is
The classic.
it is very much there, classic. But unfortunately, I think all I'm actually gonna do here is set my back row, and that's gonna do it for me.
Okay. I would like to start off by activating Foolish Burial.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to Foolish a monster from my deck to the graveyard. Okay.
Go right ahead. That's fine by me.
Well. Then I would like to. I guess the best option that I would have for this is Kanahawk to the graveyard. Then I would like to
Kanahawk.
normal summon Ritual Beast, Tamer, Elder.
Elder is okay.
I would like to normal summon an additional Ritual Beast monster from my hand. I would like to normal summon Petilfin. Yeah?
Yep.
Then I would like to Contact Fuse
Petilfin
into
and Tamer Elder.
Kanahawk. Yep.
Ulti Kanahawk.
And then
okay, so these contact summon by banishing themselves. Okay. Cool.
Actually, yeah, I have like that. I have to do it like that.
Yeah, then you banish
then I'd like
them?
to activate
Yep.
Premature Burial by paying 800 to special summon Kanahawk.
Kanahawk. I will, on that, I will pop it with MSD.
I would like to, in response, activate Ritual Beast Bond.
Yep.
To instantly banish 2 Ritual Beast monsters I control.
Yep.
And summon out another Kanahawk.
That is good.
And then I would like to activate the effect of Kanahawk by returning Ulti Kanahawk and Kanahawk to the graveyard to search from my deck a Ritual Beast card. I would like to search for a Ritual Beast Ambush. And then I would like to return Kanahawk to the extra deck to not that to the extra deck to summon out a Tamer and a Petelfin into first position.
Yep.
Then I would like to make a. I can make another one and I can search something else. But is that worth it?
Wait, why did you use special last time, by the way? Because I'm just like Petalfin says that it can be special summoned only once per turn. So what did you use for the second Kanahawk? Because isn't this the second special of Petalfin?
I used. Oh, I know I can't actually do that.
Petalfin has been special once.
Yeah,
already,
I forgot. I forgot that the Ritual Beasts themselves don't have Tamer in their name, actually. Oh, man, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't actually do that then. Yeah.
So just Kanahawk back to the field, I guess?
No. I can't even do the thing that I was doing. These would have to be back in here. This would have to be back on board. This would have to be back on board. This
and then Premature gets popped by Typhon.
This, and then this is the spell trap that I added. So I'll put it back in.
Okay, and yeah, Bond was in your hand.
Shuffle.
Yep.
Yeah, I activated this. I'm gonna double check because
Sure.
yeah. Oh no, I can do it.
Yeah, because
This thing is yeah,
the
yeah,
extra
yeah.
deck ones don't have. That's why I didn't talk about that, because the extra deck ones don't have the once per dance, but Pedalfin
No,
you
no,
summoned for the second time. So
no. But Pedalfin did not get summoned, special summoned a single time this turn. He got normal summoned
if
off
it was
of
the
Elder.
normal of that, then you went to Kanahawk. What was the second? Because those made Kanahawk. Then you brought out this. Then it was the. Wait, did I mix things up? I guess I might have
I
mixed things
banished
up.
both of these,
Yeah, it was
and I
these.
summoned the second one, and I then used the second one's effect to send both of these back to the grave.
Yep.
And then I search for ambush, and
Yep.
then I return this to extra to special summon both of these.
Oh yeah, I forgot it goes
Yeah.
back to the extra. That was the first special, and then okay.
Yeah. And
Then it's
then
all
from
good, all good.
here I have the option of making another Kanahawk and turn both of those back to once the game came, but let me see, let me think. I think I will banish both of these again to make a. If I make this thing, that's kind of huge, actually. Big damage. Yeah, I'll just make this guy. And swing for 2.6, and it is unaffected by card effects until the end of the damage step.
Okay, I'm not guessing all of them have that. Sure. I take 2600.
And then I set 2 cards, and I pass.
Yep.
Yeah, I got really confused because first I was like, wait, but this worked. Wait, but this worked in fucking Pro. But yeah, because it's just ignoring summoning condition.
Luckily, I didn't read the trap that you had, so.
Oh, I can tell you what it is.
No. I obviously I shouldn't have the knowledge of that. So.
No, but you do because I added it to my hand using Kanahawk.
Oh wait, you did? Okay, well in that case, yeah.
It has the effect of I can special summon 1 ritual beast tamer and 1 spiritual beast from a banish or graveyard in defense position, and for the rest of this turn I cannot special summon any more ritual beasts, any more cards other than ritual beasts. So
cool. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's return isn't a quick effect, huh?
During either player's turn, it is a quick effect.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Why does this not say it, but can access it?
Man, have you looked at your Nekroz cards? Some of them have a perfect formatting, and they look nice, and they look clean, and then there's fucking, like, Catastor, which is like, what if I had no formatting? And it's literally the same format of effect. The TCG is stupid. I fucking hate this.
I guess we'll go for this then. We'll activate a Nekroz cycle.
Yep. Oh, actually, the reason why Kanahawk has in its effect is because it's been reprinted after they removed all during either player's turn like wordings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Then we will tribute for Necrocycle. We will issue it for the entire cost. And we will get out a... honestly? I will go for Decisive Armor. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it will hit the board regardless. I cannot respond to it summoning because it's a non-inherent form of summoning. It will hit the board after you activate that.
Yeah, we'll get the assured effect, which will let us add a warrior ritual monster deck to the hand.
Before that, what warrior ritual monsters does Nekroz have?
Brionac, Trishula, and I think Clausalas. Let me make sure it's those three. I'm pretty sure. Clausalas, Brionac, and Trish. Yes, those three.
All right then. Then I would like to activate Ritual of Beast Steeds to pop Decisive Armor.
Okay. And for that, I would like to pitch Trish to protect it.
Oh yeah, actually.
Hmm?
Wait, is this thing fucking broken?
Wait, which one?
Steeds. Is this thing broken? It doesn't target.
The field of Denver. Oh, you're right, actually.
Whoa! What the? I did not realize.
I thought I was playing the tier 1 archetype, but given my tier 1 break and then that, then I guess not.
Like, I'm gonna be legitimately honest. I was gonna use this before you get Trish into hand so that I can pop this thing, but apparently it doesn't matter. I'm gonna double check this, but yeah.
Yeah, all good. Anyways, I still get my ad, and I guess we will go for. Actually, we'll get Brionac to hand.
Yeah.
Then I will use Mirror, and we will use Shirit as the entire cost, and we'll go for Nekroz of Trish.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Wait, let me double check something.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's a really weird way of doing it, but yeah. Really weird archetype.
But that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. I guess it doesn't matter because you care about banishing stuff anyway. If I target your backer, you can just activate it. So we'll banish Ultia Pelio and. This is a really annoying matchup. You've been really.
That's unfortunate though,
because unfortunate matchup for me the past couple of times. I need to stop telling you what I'm playing.
I said I was gonna play Ritual Beast though.
I know, but it was after I told you I've played Nekroz. Obviously, this is it's just a coincidence, but it's just funny like this. And obviously, like last time you played Burn, because knew we had Soul Charge.
I was playing against Soul Charge. Yeah.
I don't know anything about Ritual Beast honestly, so I don't know if if there's a lot of like stuff that adds. I'm guessing because it's super rare that any archetype would have ways to add what's his face spell traps back to their hand. So I'll still just target Ultica Hawk here, and then obviously you don't have cards in your hand, so there's nothing there.
So you're. Wait, let me double check.
Ultia Pelio and Ultica Hawk is what I'm banishing.
That's interesting. It's not targeting either, therefore you can just decide.
Yeah, it's not to target it, so if you use them for something, then obviously I can.
Yeah, that's why this is like relevant, because
change the stuff.
I would have to activate everything that I have on board if I wanted to like
still use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to use it, your Apelio for the place.
You're banishing Ulticona, Uncle Pelio, and nothing from my hand.
Yeah, because you have nothing in your hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
That is fine.
Then battle phase, I'm guessing you want to pop your back row here.
Oh, doesn't matter. 2.7 is pittance.
That's fair. Then main two. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go and pass. Actually, do I want to? All of this were if you control no monster, just making sure, right? Yeah, okay. Then nothing.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that did I fuck up? But yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's all of them if you control no monsters. It's all good.
I would like to activate Ritual Beast Ambush. To special summon a Ritual Beast Tamer and a Spiritual Beast from my from my graveyard or my banish. So I will summon Tamer, and I will summon Kanahawk, and then I can only special summon Ritual Beast for the rest of this turn, which is relevant. I would like to banish from my deck a Ritual Beast monster using the effect of Kanahawk.
Yep, that is fine.
This is also in the condition. Yeah. I would like to banish. Let's see. Here's the part that kind of sucks. Double checking. These are Ritual Beasts, and they can be used to get Spiritual Beasts back out. Okay, so they can't be tagged out into themselves, which is important. And then I will banish a when. I think I'll actually banish Alora. What do I have in?
Oh, preemptively to the Nekroz fans, I will apologize. I definitely should have practiced the deck a little bit, but I had a really busy week, so I did say I was gonna do more tests and more practice, but I do apologize. Tamer Lara, okay.
Yep. Tamer Lara, and then I would like to banish Boulder and Kanahawk for, you guessed it, Kanahawk. And then I would like to activate the effect of Ulti Kanahawk to return 2 Ritual Beast monsters in my banish to the graveyard to add a Ritual Beast card to my hand. I would like to add, in this case, I would like to return to the graveyard in this case. Does it really matter? And these don't really do any graveyard. I mean, I come back with Premature Burial, which I do have in deck, and that's kind of relevant. I would like to return Kanahawk and guess Ultiapelio makes sense. Special Summon Tamer and a Special Summon Kanahawk. Yeah, I'll just return both of those. Double checking that I can actually do that. Yes, Ritual Beast cards. That's Ritual Beast or Ritual Beast Tamers. Yes. Then I like to add to my hand a Ritual Beast card from my deck. And I will be adding a that's kind of I can add you. If I add 1 here, I can when to summon out only Pedalifin, and that doesn't really matter. Double checking that it's also Spiritual Beast and not Ritual Beast, because then I would have fucked a Gigahertz. Wow, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to ask that I can keep this Ultiapelio in there, and I can return Kanahawk to the graveyard instead. Is it okay?
Sure. It hasn't affected much yet, so that's fine.
Yeah, just in case I end up going.
I mean, you did actually look into your deck, so obviously, like, looking at the information, I might have changed your line of play, so technically this is cheating, but
technically I could have just searched for the Oracle text of the card before I did my moves, and we could have been stalling it for even longer. I don't think either of us exactly want that, though.
No worries, I will be bringing this up only if I lose.
Okay. That is understandable. Have a normal summon this turn, right?
That is correct.
Then I would like to add back to my hand a Beast Tamer Elder. And then I would like to tag out my Kanahawk to summon out the Laura that I sent to the graveyard earlier. And then I would like to summon out the Pelifin, which I also banished earlier. Was banished earlier. And these have not been special summoned yet. Then I would like to banish both of them for another Ulti Kanahawk, which I would then like to use to send to the graveyard my Pedalfin and my Elder to search from my deck another.
And that is a once per turn, actually. Once per turn, you can target 2 of your banished, and if you do, add 1 ritual beast. So that effect is once per turn, and you already use it.
No, it's not. It's a soft once per turn, but
this
is the second copy of Kana.
True.
Yeah, this is a really good card.
I mean, it is a once per turn, not a hard once per turn. Wait, what did you add?
I added Apelio. You will see both of these cards be summoned right now.
All right.
And then I would like to activate the effect of Apelio to banish from my graveyard a ritual beast, which I will be, I think, Conahawk in this case. Now, every single ritual beast monster that I ever get on the field for this turn will gain 500 attack.
Yeah.
For this turn. Ever again for this turn, which is like, yeah.
I was like, I'm curious, like, this whole time I was like, okay, how are you finding something to get over a treasure land? This is how.
Yeah, this is how. And then I would like to banish both Elder and Apelio to special summon out an ulti Apelio, which now has 3,100 attack.
Yep.
And then I would like to return the Conahawk to the deck. Yes, to the extra deck to special summon back out the Beast Tamer and the Apelio. And then I would like to also activate the effect of Apelio again by banishing.
Didn't you special Tamer?
Nope. I did not. I normal summoned Tamer after I added using Conahawk.
What did you make Conahawk with?
I made Conahawk using the materialist I had in Banish prior, which...
But wasn't one of them
could not have been Elder, because Elder was already in... I can check the log.
There's logs?
Wait, did I? No, Ritual Beast Ambush. I used that...
Because it was Elder and Conahawk was the first ones that you used, so...
I mean, I think... Yeah, I summoned... you know what? If I just activate the ambush in the end phase, it works. Yeah.
Sure.
Which I should do. Do anyway.
We're just retconning everything. Sure, we can do that because it's too much pain to go back on.
Yeah.
For once, like, it's someone else making misplays than me. Thank God.
Yeah. Now all my Ritual Beasts gain 1,000 attack total, and I will banish both of these again to make another ulti Apelio. And then I go combat, and I swing for 3.6.
Yep. I will take 900 from this.
Another 3.6.
Yep.
Yeah. And then main phase for some reason didn't go through, and I pass.
All right. Do I know? Jeez. Actually, wait. Wait, there's no way, right? Oh, there. Okay. All right. I don't have monsters, so I will banish Cycle and... Doesn't matter. I guess we'll go with that and Trish to add a Nekroz spell.
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying to dig here, but actually, with that, wait. It's better to do it that way, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's better for me to keep Trish in the grave instead. I have also Oracle, so it's all good. Does it matter really? I think it's gotta be that, right? We'll go for kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Then we will pitch Brionac to add a Nekroz monster from our deck to our hand.
Yeah.
And just making sure for the rest of this turn. Okay. Just making sure.
Wait, are you for real? Ulti Apelio becomes unaffected by Apelio's effect when you attack.
Oh yeah, so you don't even get the boost.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's the most anti-synergy I've ever seen. Like, the card is called Apelio and Ulti Apelio.
I was just... Are they... Do they get printed in this set? Both of them?
Yes, both of them.
Who over at Konami was smoking dick when they made these cards? I didn't even think about it, but it's unaffected by all. That is...
All card of it, yeah. Yeah. Like, I was sitting here thinking, wait, I feel like I said something earlier that, like, contradicts this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take the game loss from that straight up. Like, what the fuck?
That's one that, like, I'll give it up. Like, I can't blame you for that, because like you said, it's Apelio and Ulti Apelio, and you're like, oh yeah, we're made like, hey, by the way, these cards, they don't work together.
Yeah, like you intended to use Ulti Apelio to swing over the other cards in the set, like in the game, using Apelio's effect to build up to it. Because it's like you want to, of course, make Ulti Apelio after using Apelio, because it's gonna be big deeps, right? And no, guess what?
What the fuck were they thinking, bro?
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's kind of funny.
That is, dude.
That I'm baffled that that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking, but that sure is an interaction.
Yep. But like, I could have had things that I could then do to set up for like the next turn instead, but as we established prior, it would have taken so much effort to go back to the beginning of the turn and remember what has been in the grave. So I was like, nah, fuck this.
I thought like, yeah, Nekroz, I have a few decisions that I need to be making, but bro, thank God I'm not playing the shit that you're playing, because holy fuck.
This is like Infernities. Infernity said you have to keep like in mind every single clause that can go into
Infernity is that,
like,
but without limitation. But now it's like, okay, but you get to only use these main deck cards once in this way, so keep that in mind.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Anyways, I'm done siding.
I have one card in here that is intended to like set up a specific line of play that I have, but I'm thinking it might not even be worth running.
That is
I think
fair.
I'll just do I want to put this in? You know, if I put a third copy of this thing in, it's just gonna come up and grieve me. But
watch the game open with you drawing all three copies of it now.
Mm-hmm.
In 3, 2,
it's definite.
1.
Motherfucker!
It's a talent. What can I say?
I set 3 and.
If those are 3 copies of the same card,
foolish.
Then sure.
Foolish.
If those 3 are 3 copies of the same card,
Kanahak.
Yeah.
Pass.
My draw. Alright. That was just like... If
You
there's
know,
something...
I'll just set this last card too.
Okay, sure. Sure.
For the fuck of it.
Go for it. Normal summon Manju. We finally
Fiendish
got it.
Chain.
Sure. Fiend.
You want to summon another card?
I mean, I kind of do. I kind of
for
do.
it. Go for it.
Honestly,
Posture.
honestly, just I think at this point it's just funny. Let's fire off Nekroz cycle,
Go for it.
and we'll tribute. Exa and Nekroz of Catastor to spell summon
Yeah.
out Decisive Armor.
Yeah.
Then I would like to attempt to target a set card my opponent controls, destroy it, and banish it. And
Oh, which one?
I guess we'll do this one.
This one?
Sure.
Oh, you know what? I'm fine with that.
Oh damn.
Oh, you know what? No. Okay, I'll just activate the other one that I have. You know, just because
Sure.
it's funnier that way.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, Exa was distributed, so we can add a dragon type Nekroz. Which, just making sure, but I don't think I have legal targets for this. Yeah, I don't.
Is he the only dragon?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there might have been another one, because most of them actually no, there are 3 warriors, so there are probably there's only the 1 dragon, so it's fine. Sure. Well, I have 2 cards Fiendish Chained here, so
Yeah.
I guess it's all yours. I wonder what one of your 2 remaining sets. I mean, it could just be 2, but I think 2 is fine. Oh,
This is the best rip I
I
could
was,
have
I was
got.
gonna say like that has to be one of the best like top decks that you could have got. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. I special summon Conahawk. I activate the effect of Conahawk to banish from my deck.
Sure. I don't have effects here. I'm just gonna keep track of what is special, so now we don't have to worry.
Thank
about
you.
Kana is special now.
Yeah, Kana is special. I would like to banish Rampengu. And
that looks
then this thing is like the first support card that they actually printed for these things. Then I would like to banish Kahak, and I would like to banish Laura for a... I mean, this thing has to be the thing that I summon here, pretty much.
Yep.
And then I would like to tag out Conahawk back into Laura and a Rampengu.
Yep.
I would like to activate the effect of Rampengu to banish from my extra deck a ulti Pelfin, I think it was. Yeah, an ulti Pelfin. It's like the weirdest thing to me that I do this and then I send to the graveyard a Pelfin.
Yeah.
Like, this feels really weird to me because it's like I can't use this card for anything. This card goes to the graveyard. I don't have any like means of really doing anything with it.
That's probably why it's the first support card.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, actually, Rampengu is the first support card that they got. It was released after Ritual Beast got
that's very true. That's true.
Yeah. So it's weird even because of that. I banish this, and then special summon Conahawk in defense, and then send to the graveyard a ulti Pelin and I guess Rampengu in this case to add
all of them will be special.
Yes, and add to my hand a. You know what? Which will be Steeds. Yeah. Also, we're not in the standby phase.
We're doing all of this in standby phase? Damn.
Yeah. All of this is standby phase. All of this is in actually draw phase, so you can't even draw me, okay? Then I set a card. It could be anything. Okay. Yeah. And then I pass.
Sure. So, Ritual Beast, the Steeds. far right. Could be anything though.
It could be anything.
Draw. Stand by main.
Draw. Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I guess we'll put. We can still put this to defense. So I guess we'll put this to defense. And I don't think it's worth it.
Time for some Exiton Knight gameplay.
I wish, but unfortunately, I don't have another 4. And honestly, even if I did, I wouldn't be surprised if you flip the third finish.
I would never do such a thing to you. You know, I would never do anything of such for like evil proportions. Normal summon when to target one of my banished ritual beasts to special summon it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I would like to activate the effect of Konoha to banish from my deck one ritual beast. I would like to banish. Let's see. I already special summoned Konoha, so I'll banish a Apelio. And then I would like to tag out. No, actually, I'll banish and banish Konohawk to make an ulti Apelio. And then I would like to activate the effect of Konohawk to send Konohawk and Lara to the graveyard to add to my hand a Ritual Beast card. I would like to add. I think I will add Ambush. I normal summoned Lara, so I cannot use anything more from my hand. Yeah, I will add Ambush in this situation. Then I will tag out Konohawk, not there, to the extra, to special summon Win and Apelio.
Yeah,
defense.
Win, Apelio, and Konohawk specialed.
Yes, and then I would like to banish from my graveyard to increase the attack of my Beetle Beasts by 500. And then I would like to banish. Let's see. I would like to banish a Elio and Wen to summon Konohawk. And I would like to
ring around the rosy.
Loop, baby! I love loops!
A loop,
I would like to return to the yard Pelio and Wen to add to my hand a Ritual Beast Bond.
Yep. So,
and then.
So now both the cards in your hand are Ambush and Bond.
Yes. And then I would like to activate Steeds to pop your field. Yeah. This does not target
damage, but yeah, that's fine. So you also get space for stuff.
And then I would like to go into combat. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's why
for some reason I was thinking, they stay.
You actually get.
And then I would like to attack using Konok and Ulti Apelio. And that is gonna be 1,900 and 2,600. Just to make sure.
I will Valkyries here, and I will banish for
attack.
it. I'll banish for it a Catastor to negate it and end the battle phase.
Okay, then main phase 2, I will set 2 cards.
They're Ambush and Bond, but I don't know which way.
Yes, and then I would like to pass.
Sure. Anything in my draw or standby?
Let's see. Is there anything worthwhile? I think I'll activate Ritual Beast Ambush at this point to special summon out Laura and another Spiritual Beast monster from my graveyard, and that will be a Pelifin.
Yep.
Or when
So
Pelifin.
when I'm Pedalfin.
I've been special summoned this turn, yes.
I don't think it's as relevant during my turn, but you know.
Just in case.
Yeah, at this point, I'd rather be just in case. Anyways, I would like to banish Cycle and Exa from my grave.
Mm-hmm.
Exa gets banished. Catastrophe hits the field. And I will add...
Yeah.
What do I actually want is the question. I know you have bond set. I don't know other stuff, correct?
Correct. You can make an educated guess on what one of my cards could be, considering my reaction earlier. But, you know,
there's a chance that it's a finish chain indeed, but
there's a chance.
Which spell do I want? That's the question. I think I will add. Will I? No, that doesn't
I'm
make
still
sense.
baffled about the Apelio interaction.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's the way it works. Decisive and Valkyries. Yeah, I guess we'll go for mirror. Yeah, we'll go for a mirror.
Actually, can I just change what I summoned using ambush real quick? The Pelif specifically to
Sure.
Chronohawk. It doesn't matter really for anything.
Sure. Oh, in that case, I will not be adding. No, it's that's perfectly fine. Then we will activate mirror.
Yep.
Using Shurit as the entire cost.
Yeah.
And we will summon out a Gungnir?
What is this?
That is okay?
Yeah.
Yep. Then for Shurit, we will add a warrior ritual.
In fact, when you activate Shurit's effect, this is where I would like to chain.
Sure.
I would like to chain Fiendish Chain on Gungnir.
Seems pretty good. Yeah, Gungnir is negated. Still, Shurit resolves, and we will grab... How could he know that I would want to get a Trishula?
Yeah.
I guess in that case, for future proofing, we'll grab Bryonak.
Not a bad idea.
Then, I guess it doesn't really matter, but we'll go Battleface. And okay. Is that okay?
That is okay.
I mean, sure, we'll start the damage phase, right? Yep. I would like to pop Ulti Apelio using Catastrophe's effect.
So, at the start of the damage step, you would like to kill my Ulti Apelio.
That is what I would like to attempt to do.
I would like to activate the effect of... Let me double check. What did they actually say? one ritualist beast and one ritual monster beast monster.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to activate a ritual beast spot to
Yep.
banish Hello and banish Chronological to special summon a.
This on attack declaration, right?
Yes,
Because
on
otherwise it
attack
would be-
declaration.
yeah.
So you can in fact redeclare here if you
Yep.
actually you can declare here.
You still got a
Cannot
lot
be
of
destroyed by-
stuff in, so we'll just redeclare on the.
Cannot be destroyed by battle. Not battle, card effects.
Oh, card
Cannot
effects.
be destroyed by card effects.
Oh, that's true.
So,
I guess then we'll just. Is this?
if you swing into Kanahawk, I can banish. No, I can't banish Kanahawk. Sorry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it's the. So I thought this is. Not sorry. So we miss out on some damage, but it is still fine. What does Pelfin do on the board? Nothing. It's just a big body. Okay.
Yeah, it's just for defense in this kind of situation, for example.
Cool. Makes sense. And the Gungnir is chained, so nothing more we can do there. So I will make sure I know what the cave stat is and where I pass. I'll actually put this on. Actually, yeah, I'll just put that on Gungnir just so I remember that it's the target. Phoenix chained.
Yeah. Then I would like to. I'll put this just in case.
Yeah.
I'll banish, not banish. Return to the extra deck. Elephant to summon out Laura and Conahawk. Activating the effect of Conahawk to banish from my deck to the banishment.
Banishment this world.
Fucking Apelio, I guess. Good old Apelio. This card will surely be helpful eventually. And then I would like to contact fuse using Wind and Conahawk to summon out a Conahawk, activating the effect of Conahawk to return to the graveyard a Apelio, and the Conahawk to search from my deck to my hand. Another Ritual Beast card. I will be searching for Leo in this case. And then I would like to return it to the extra deck to summon back out one of the ability that I banished earlier and the one that was on the field already.
Yep.
And
so that is now Laura, Kana, Wen, and Paleo?
Yes. Yes. Then I would like to banish Rampangu for the effect of the Paleo. All my Ritual Beasts gain a gazillion attack.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I would like to, 500, yeah, a gazillion. Then I would like to banish Helio and Laura for the contact fusion of Ulti Apelio. Oh yeah, I just realized you swung into Ulti Apelio using Catastrophe, right? Yeah, never mind. It's only when it attacks. It's not when it's involved in an attack.
Yeah, that's why I made sure that it just for the rest of the turn when it attacks. It's not just... It would actually be good if it was a Ultimate Falcon.
Yeah, I agree. And then I would like to normal summon Elder and normal summon using Elder's ability or effect Apelio. Banish from my graveyard a Petalfin, another 500 attack gained.
Yep.
And now I would like to go into combat, and I would like to swing using Apelio into the Catastor.
Sure.
For 600
here.
And then using Ulti Apelio, swing into the Gungnir.
1100 for this one. And Phoenix Chain is gone. But like, I don't think at this point you need the space anymore, but...
No. And then, let's see. Do I want to use this? I guess I might as well use this now to banish Wen and banish Elder to summon out a Conahawk to attack for another 2.4.
Sure. That's you an extra 12.
Yep. And then I have not special summoned Pelifin. I have not special summoned
Yeah, Laracana, Wen, and Apelio are what you've specialed.
I would like to return to the graveyard using Kanahawk's effect, Rampengu and Apelio. Actually, I haven't spelled some Rampengu either, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Laracana, Wen, Apelio.
That's... Yeah, I think that's still the right choice to make here overall. But Rampengu doesn't do anything for me. So I'll just return both of those to the graveyard, and then I will search my deck for a Ritual Beast card, which will in this case be Dual Beast Steeds. And then I would like to tag out the Hawk into the Elder that I have not summoned and the Pelafin that I have not summoned, and banish them both again for another Conahawk, this time Intense. And then I would like to activate the effect of Conahawk and then return to the graveyard. Actually, do I want to return to the graveyard in this case? I claim that too, but at the same time, I mean, I need more board presence overall. Like, I need one more card for my deck to make this really safe. So, yes, I will return to the graveyard Lara, and I will return to the graveyard Wen, and I will search my deck for a Ritual Beast card, and this time it will be Ambush. And I would like to set 2 pass.
So, Ambush and Bond were what you added, correct?
Steeds and Ambush. Bond have...
Oh, yeah. See,
No, they have not all
one
been
of them pops 2 because you have 2 rituals, and the other one was...
No, I have 3 rituals. I have spiritual and rituals.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I said that. Yeah.
So I can pop 3 monsters.
Ambush is... Yeah, this one, and then...
And if I activate them in the order Ritual Steeds and Ritual Beast Ambush, I can pop 5.
Well, I think, unfortunately, there's not much we can do here, but we can still try. We'll banish Mirror, and I guess it doesn't really matter here. We'll go Mirror and Gungnir.
Yep.
And we will grab to hand a spell, which is going to be... I wonder. I do that. I don't think... Do either of these matter which one I get? Not really. I get this, I get that. It doesn't matter, really. I think it's still gonna be Kaleidoscope.
Yeah. What does K-Scope say exactly? It's just...
It should be, you send or you either attribute a monster from your hand or field, or send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, and then you can ritual summon as many Nekroz monster that total levels are exactly equal to Descent monster.
Okay.
And then it has the usual grave effect. I mean, I'm gonna activate it anyway, so.
Yep. And
for that, I would like to be sending out a...
Burnak? Purchase?
I don't think Burnak does enough. I think it's gonna be a Trish.
Okay.
And special summon out a Trish.
Yep. And then Trish effect?
Yeah.
And you would like to activate Trish's effect, I assume?
Yes, I would like.
Okay, then in response to that, I shall activate a Kanahawk effect, which immediately sends it to the extra deck. And then also, actually, first up, I'll activate Steeds, then Kanahawk effect, and then Ambush.
Sure.
Which means that I can't actually get all of Kanahawk, I think. Double checking. Then target of 2 of your banished monsters, spell summon them in defense position. I don't actually know to this extent. I think I will have to simply keep Kanahawk on board if I want to do that. Because you can just banish the ambush and it doesn't matter either way. But if I just keep the chronological on board, then yeah.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
would
always
like to
banishing one of
summon.
Nekroz, so
Yeah, I would like to summon out a Pelio in defense and a Wen in defense.
yep.
There we go. And then I would like to pop Trish and
Sure.
4 other cards. But yeah,
But
both
yeah,
of these
only
resolve,
Trish,
and
then I get the banish, which
I cannot respond to this with anything that I have anymore because this happens.
yeah, I'm just thinking because it doesn't really matter here, but the obvious change is gonna so Apelio can tag itself out here, but I don't know if it's
I can't. I cannot tag anything out, even if my board was empty.
yeah, so that's
Like,
why I'm just like thinking like, is it still valuable for me to get rid of that? Is what I'm thinking here.
Can I give my input?
Go for it.
If you banish a Pelio, I don't think, like, even if you can't clear my board this turn, you cannot, like, win, right? You cannot survive next turn. But if you banish Kanahak right now, and for example, bounce a Pelio next, then no matter how you really do it, if you don't have another Trish coming up, we can't, because these are only once per turn, you can't deal with my board. I will always end up with the same situation.
Yeah, it just. But I'm here mitigating damage. I'm just thinking I do that and I do that. I'm thinking what's gonna be my follow-up play? Honestly, most likely it shouldn't matter, so I'll just do the simple. I guess we'll go. We can banish like, and we can just make it easy. I'll just banish the Apelios from your board and your web.
Yep.
Then Trish obviously dies to the resolution. Lear.
And case scope is hard once per turn. Yeah, case scope at once per turn.
And then we will banish Kaleidoscope, and I guess we'll go for, it doesn't matter, it's any Nekroz, right? And Nekroz monster. We'll go get that and Catastor to add a ritual card, which is not Kaleidoscope because I would like to use it. We'll go for, where is it? We'll go for Mirror here.
Yeah.
Then if we go for, actually I don't, does it even do enough? I don't know which is the issue. I think I think my best play might actually no, because I go for that. Oh god. Yeah, that doesn't even work. Yeah, because it doesn't get tributed in that case. No, I was thinking like the using mirror on Shurit, but Shurit is only on when it's tributed by a card effect, but the like mirror says you either tribute or actually does it so? Wait, let me make sure if it works.
Yeah, I'm double checking right now as well.
That's actually very. Well, bottom is like it's tribute or
Okay,
banish. So
yeah, it's tribute monsters from your hand or field and or banish Necroz monsters from the graveyard.
yeah, because that's
So,
one thing. Like it probably doesn't work for the
it does
tribute,
not
but
count.
it's also the. Oh, you found something for it?
Yeah, because the wording in the card specifically is you can tribute cards from your hand or field, and or you can banish Necroz monsters from your graveyard. So
Yeah.
it's the tributing happens from your hand or field, while the banishing can happen from your graveyard, and they don't like count towards tributing.
Yeah.
That is
That's then it works as I figured. Oh yeah, I don't need this
unfortunate.
anymore. In that case, I think. I mean, it probably doesn't matter. But I think the play is we pitch Brionac here. And we get. That doesn't do anything. I think there's only one thing that really does anything here, so we'll get Valkyries to hand. And honestly, I don't think I currently have the means to deal with this. I think my best play is to just end my turn.
Okay. Then. Yeah, I'll take my turn. Stand by main. But use the effect of Apelio to banish Ulticanahawk and banish Ultipelafin. Then use the effect of Conahawk to send back to my graveyard the Conahawk and the Ulti-Apelio to search my deck for a Ritual Beast card. And I would like to search for a Steeds. And I then return to the extra deck my Ulticanahawk to summon out Petalfin and Tamer Elder. And then I would like to banish graveyard a Ram Pengu. And then I would like to summon using Petalfin and
I like how it's Tamer Elder, but all of the other ones actually get their names.
Yeah,
although they are Ritual Beast as well. It's like Ritual Beast,
yeah,
but then it's Tamer Elder, but then Ritual Beast Tamer, Laura.
It's because the Tamer Elder is meant to be a Gusto card, and they didn't give him his name because it's meant to be like, ooh, it might be Kamui. Ooh, it's like
could be anyone.
Full terminal or could be anyone, but could be Kamui. Mm-hmm. And then sent it to graveyard Ultipelafin and Apelia for another card from my deck, and this time it shall be another ambush, and then I would like to again tag out the tag out Ulticanahawk for the win and the Pelafin. Both of actually not the Pelafin, the Pelafin, yeah, the Rampengu, that's the thing. Yeah.
So Pengu.
And then yep. And then I would like to ban Pengu, banish Wen, summon out a Ulticanahawk. Activate the effect of... Did I use both the Pelios or just one? Do you remember? I think I used both. Yeah, I used both. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I will double check because I just banished 2 monsters from my graveyard and then.
Okay, I only remember one, so.
I'm gonna double check.
There's enough on my plate trying to keep track of your specials.
Banish Ulticanahawk from graveyard and banish Ulti-Appelia from the graveyard. Okay. Yep. And then, let's see. I would like to... I haven't special summoned Nepelio this turn, however. So I will banish Elder, and I will banish Apelio, and I would like... Not show. I would like to special summon and the Apelio. And then I would like to... return to the graveyard a Pelafin and a Rampengu to activate the effect of Konahawk. This is the third Konahawk, right? I did summon this Konahawk right before. Yes, I did. Yes, I just checked the log. And then I would like to add to my hand a Respond. And then now I tag out the Konahawk for Elder and Audio Pelio, and now I would
Elder,
like to
you
banish.
already summoned. It's
Did
Petal, Elder, Pengu, and Wen that you have summoned this turn.
Did I? Wait.
Yeah.
Where?
The only thing that I've been doing this turn is keeping of your the
I'm
summons.
double checking.
And I assure you that you did summon Elder. It's Petal, Tamer, Elder, Pengu, and Wen that you have summoned this turn. Special summon,
Yeah,
sorry.
special summon Elder from Vanish. Then I cannot tag it out here. It's fine. This should be fine.
Oh, yeah, it's
Let me
fine,
just see here. Then. I have not normal summoned this turn. This is also really relevant, but not for anything. No. Not particularly. Normal summon Rampage in this case. And then I would like to go into combat. Would you like to negate my attack? Actually, let's just swing. Yeah, let's wing with Konahawk first, because none of these can kill.
I would like to negate the attack.
What we banish?
I think I'm banishing probably the other copy of Valkyrus. Yeah.
Okay. And then names 2. Set.
So I know those are Steeds, Ambush, and Bond, but I don't know what they are. And now, because you did a lot, so now I can say, like, you could have gotten a free 2600 if you swung with Altia Pelio first, because obviously it's unaffected, so I can't negate its attack. So you could have gotten the attack off and then swung with something else, and I then need to use Valkyries for that.
True.
It probably won't matter, though. That is not the draw that I wanted.
Because I was mostly thinking that it just ends the battle phase, but it's negate the attack.
Yeah, it needs to do that first, so yeah. But it shouldn't matter. I just wanted a one last fuck you here.
This is not the last one. We have another game after this.
Yeah, I know. I meant for this game. We'll pitch. It doesn't matter. We'll pitch Closalas to add to our hand a... Does it even matter? It doesn't matter because I have something here. I use it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I guess we'll go for... Cycle. Then we will use... It doesn't matter. I'm just delaying the inevitable. We'll just go straight next, and I have nothing to do here, I don't think, because my draws have been fucking atrocious.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. I'll pause the recording. Actually, I guess I will do...
I will be right back.
Yep. I guess we'll do this, but it's just like, bro, how am I not drawing any of this shit? We'll swap back to this. I guess this makes more sense. Bro, I'm just so sad about my draws. Does this even do anything really? I just wanted to have the extra names, but I don't know. I will keep it in just in case we get it. I'll also take a piss. I'll pause the recording for just a second. Alright, and we are back. And if I could have one game without terrible opening hands, that would be awesome. Dude, I'm so sick. I mean, at least we finally get to use this card, so let's go.
Oh, shit.
Prep of Rights.
Broken?
Then...
Ash Blossom?
Rights. We will... Go for it, man. We will grab a...
1 for 3. That's a good deal.
Because it doesn't matter which I get for this one. Sure, we'll go a unicorn. And then we'll go mirror. Then we will normal summon Manju.
Yeah.
Manju will add, I guess we'll elect to go for a ritual monster, and for this we'll grab a Bryonak. We'll pitch said Bryonak to use it to get Shurit to hand. Then we will use Nekroz Cycle. And Cycle will go Great Sorcerer from Nekroz to special out Unicorn. And then it's distributed, so we'll add a we'll go Valkyrus to actually do we? We'll go Valkyrus to hand.
Yep.
Then we will use yeah, this shouldn't be here anymore. We'll use mirror. We'll use Spirit for the entire effect, and we will summon out Valkyries with that one. And then effect of Assuret, we will add to hand a. Honestly, do I grab another Bryonak, honestly? Because I don't know if this does enough. I will still get Trish. Might be some stuff that I care about targeting. Then we'll use the effect of Valkyries. We'll tribute Manju and Gungnir from our hand to draw 2. And oh my god, thank fucking god, we have plays, possibly. And then we will set one, and that's gonna be all. Finally, I got to play the fucking game and show why this deck is broken.
I would like to normal summon Kanahak.
Yep.
I would like to activate the effect of Kanahak.
That is okay.
I would like to banish from my deck
back to keeping a fucking trucker's log.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bro's counting
what does this card say?
Number of bad cards in his hand.
Once per chain during your main phase or opponent's battle phase, your opponent has more total cards in their hand than their field. Yeah. I think I like that.
I don't.
I think this is funny enough for this. I'll Chapelia.
Mm-hmm.
I'll activate Fusion. I'll pay 2,000 points to special summon any number of banished monsters to my side of the field.
Sure.
And then I would like to overlay into a Exiton Knight. This is unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? If I do it the other way, this works better for me. Because I get the... Oh, no. You know what? I'll
cut everything?
Banish both. Yeah, I'll go back. I'll banish... Instead of banishing Apelio, I'll banish a Tamer. The other way gives me more options overall. Which
fair.
Is crazy. I would like to instead just banish with Kanahak a win, I guess. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll banish when, and I would like to summon. Altia Pelio is barely big enough to swing over that thing. Yeah, I think I have to go for Altia Pelio here, though. It's almost like guaranteed. It's like I can activate Kanahawk, but I cannot special summon the Wind again, which is the issue here. And I would also have to shuffle the things back into the, or send them back to the extra anyhow. This thing doesn't do anything. The tag out still works because the tag out allows me to send it to the extra before the negation actually happens, because it's only on the field and the card itself isn't negated. Because it's no longer summoned from the extra deck.
I can see even in a tier 0 format why like Ritual Beast actually could do stuff, because like the matchup against Nekroz actually seems really good.
It's not bad. That's for certain. I would like to swing into Unicorn.
Yep, I will take 3 hundo.
Yep, then I would like to set and pass.
All right, draw stand by me. Normal Manju.
Go for it.
All right, we will.
I think the fact that Manju allows you to search for both is just absolutely insane. Like
Yeah,
the fact
really
that this
good.
card was ever printed feels so criminal. It's just off of summon, this would be even worse.
I guess we'll go for mirror. Yeah, sure. Let's go for mirror. Then I would like to activate said mirror. And for the entire cost, I would like to use the shirt in my hand to summon out a Trish. Is that okay?
Yep. Would you like to activate the effect of Trishula?
Yes, when it's ritual summoned, I would like to activate the effect.
I would like to
Royal Decree.
I would like to activate Ritual Beast Ambush.
Sure.
And with Ritual Beast Ambush, I get out Wen, and I get out Kanahawk. Oh, this doesn't go to the grave.
Yep. And it just sits there.
Yep.
Then.
What would you like to banish?
You don't banish stuff for this, so I guess we will go.
Me when I cite Royal Decree into the deck.
I mean, obviously. You do have access to MST, so I did also cite it in game 2, and I just never saw it once. So, you don't have anything tagged in. I guess we'll go old. It doesn't matter. We'll go Altia Pelio. We'll go Dimension Fusion, sure. And then the card in your hand is random, so it's gonna be this one. Yep. And then Metal Face. Yep, swing over those two, and the Valkyries for 29.
Yep.
Main 2 and go for it. Yeah, I'll just swing. Literally the entire game 2 is like, I'm getting mogged by these same fucking 2 traps. Can I draw into my Royal Decrees? And I just never did. And then finally, after doing a Nekroz turn and with the last 2 draws from Valkyries, I finally got my Royal Decree. Which, it does a lot here. Did you have MSTs for games 2 and 3?
Not in the main deck.
Yeah, I figured. Because like I was not running a single trap in my main deck, and then in the side I had Royal Decree, which I sided in 3 off in 2 and 3. But I figured because I never.
I should have just sided in the soul releases so that you don't have a graveyard. I should have just played Deep Fissure. I should have just played all the criminal cards. Of course.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Not even a shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's literally I did not do this because I was told that the idea of citing specific silver bullets for the deck it's not fun, and I didn't do it because it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying that Royal Decree is a silver bullet?
The deck is literally a control deck. The deck has no other game plan other than Ritual Beast Steeds and Ambush for consistently getting their bullshit out. Steeds is their best card.
When we started, I literally didn't know what any of your cards do. It's literally I am not running a single trap, so why the fuck wouldn't I run Royal Decree?
Then why did you not just main deck it? You could just main deck it to deal with Fiendish Chain, so that the only card in the entire format that deals with your deck in any capacity is gone from the format.
Because at that point, I'm putting it into. It's Royal Decree is not a card that. It's like main decking, like there can only be one and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
unless you're going into knowing what your opponent is playing, you're not doing that shit. So
and
it would have felt weird.
Fiendish Chain is the only card in this entire format that can completely shut out Nekroz in any way, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna deal with the one card that can do anything about my board.
Mm-hmm.
And that enough is either good enough reason to play 3 copies of MST, or I would argue 3 copies of Royal Decree, because of the fact that Royal Decree also shuts out other cards in the format that exist. I know about these cards, so that's why I would argue that I would rather have played multiple copies of Royal Decree in the main deck than in the side deck, because Ambush and Steeds are just deranged cards. I didn't realize Steeds was even like non-targeting. This thing is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I got like playing this because like I had a really like good turn 1, but without Royal Decree, like you still probably could have like come back really easy, and like I can definitely see like even in a tier 0 format, but like Ritual Beast could actually be played, because without Royal Decree, like, this could have gone, like, either way. Anyway, and, like, I just got fucking mogged in game 2. I'm just happy that I fucking finally drew a good opening hand. I think game 1 I set MSD as my turn 1. Game 2, I don't even remember what I did. Probably nothing.
Game 2 was a blur.
Yeah, because it's just like,
yeah,
I did jack shit.
Imagine playing Nekroz with all the stuff you had now, plus vanities, plus Max C, before Ash
and
release
of rituals.
And release of rituals. Imagine, like the reason why Nekroz became tier 0 is very evident when you consider how powerful it is under basically everything, and how strong it can become by simply playing like a few of the key power cards that exist currently in the format. Like Vanity's Emptiness having been printed feels like a mistake, especially when it's just a...
How do you play against a simple board of Unicorn on board with Vanities up? Like you need to find a way to put some shit out.
I would say that Unicorn doesn't exactly do anything against that, because like Unicorn just prevents all of my extra deck monsters to begin with. So my only out to Vanities with this deck is just I lose.
It's just like it's 2 layers of shit. But like I don't think we even addressed it at the start, but we agreed to not play Vanity stuff, because it's just like we were discussing last week that. This has already been almost 90 minutes, so no podcast section this time. We'll just talk about like other stuff for a little bit, and then we'll get out of here because I am starving. But I just want to address, because I think we forgot to do it at the start, that we just agreed to not play the vanity stuff and Agreed that I wouldn't play Releaser of Rituals because it's so fucking degenerate. And we were discussing last week like maybe implementing something like a small ban list, because it doesn't need to be sort of agreed upon. It doesn't need to be explicitly stated anywhere. It just because like these cards, like we were talking about Soul Charge as well, and like stuff like Vanity's
Yeah.
Emptiness, we've just every time it comes up, we just gentlemen out of it because it's not a fun or interesting card. It's just like, okay, do your shit, flip up vanities, and you immediately win. It's not interesting. It's for either side. So that's why we decided to not play it, and you will not be seeing Vanity's Emptiness in this series. And we were talking about stuff like Soul Charge because there's a lot of cards, obviously, that have the word soul in them. So that's another card that we have seen enough of, and we probably won't be bringing it back, even if there are soul cards. And so, like for now, Vanity's Emptiness, Soul Charge, and Shockmaster are like three cards that, like, even if we had access to them, like, you won't be seeing them. But you wanted to say something, sorry.
I think, like for example, in this set specifically, Soul Charge doesn't exactly do anything for you. Like you don't really gain much out of Soul Charge. But for me, every single card that I send back to the graveyard with Conahawk can now, other than like Cross Diffusions, can be used to start things up again. Like I can do things from the graveyard, which like I had with Premature Burial in this. But imagine if the Premature Burials, instead of being a single target thing that you can pop with an MST, was Soul Charge. Sure, I don't get a battle phase, but I'm gonna have perfect setup pretty much. It just feels like that would be too degenerate for a lot of decks that exist, and I don't want to continue using like the Burning Abyss turn and the Volcanic turns that we had last week are like the best examples of the kind of bullshit that Soul Charge can like result in. Like you play your entire hand with Burning Abyss, and then you summon a bunch of monsters, and then you play a Soul Charge, and you summon a bunch of other monsters, and now you're just sitting there like, yeah, I'm just gonna be able to do this every time I draw into Soul Charge. I'm gonna have infinite recursion. I'm gonna keep thinning my deck every turn, and it's just gonna keep getting stronger and stronger every turn.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's not a fun play pattern.
Yeah. We'll think about it for the anniversary episode when we do that, because like obviously we had our like, okay, you're allowed to use a couple of banned cards, like maybe that's the final time like we'll have Soul Charge come back, but obviously then it would be at one copy, so then there's the potential anime moment where you rip the one of Soul Charge and come back with that, and it could be interesting, or no, okay, not interesting, fun, but if like maybe that, but other than that, like probably not. And I feel like over like we both could actually finally showcase like what these decks could do. And imagine this episode if Jeexx also had Soul Charges, both of us also had Vanities, I also had Gene Releaser of Rituals. It would have been so fucking degenerate. So I think it's a lot better that we did it this way. So
yeah, like the idea of I said 3 Fiendish Chain and I said a single Vanity's Emptiness, and now I just have like a Conahawk on board. Not even Conahawk. Let's just say I have Ulti Apelio on board, and I just keep swinging with Ulti Apelio. What do you do?
It's just, but it is just it's a mistake. It's one of those like, if there are 5 cards that are mistakes in this game, like I'm putting Vanities above a Graceful Charity, and that should tell you something. Because it's just not fun for either player.
I think Vanity's Emptiness and Soul Charge are cards that were design mistakes. Same as like Release of Rituals, which like should not have ever come out. More specifically, Release of Rituals, because like
just prints an additional line of text on the card. It's just what the fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of deranged. Like this entire game at this point in time fluctuates from being fucking sick to being god fucking awful.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because like Mystic Mine is a shit card to play against. It's annoying, but at least like it has stipulations. Kaiser Colosseum is annoying to play against, but at least it has stipulations. But Vanity's Emptiness is, I am going to flip this on your turn and you do not have a turn.
Do not let this distract you from the fact that Mystic Mine still should not exist. And that is on the list of the 5 mistake cards. But yeah, it's... You're comparing like 2 world-ending dictators to each other at that point, basically.
Yeah. Like, I want to point out that Vanity's Emptiness has a turn-off clause.
Yeah.
You can turn off Vanity's... Like, if Vanity's Emptiness did not have any kind of turn like off clause, like normal summon Armageddon Knight or normal summon Greffer, this thing would be fucking horrible to play into. But that's also like, this thing cannot be legal specifically because you can turn it off.
Yeah, it's degenerate. I don't know what else to say about. Yeah. What other stuff are you running in your extra deck, by the way, except for Ulticanahawk, Altiapelia, and the Exiton? Because I don't think we got to see anything else.
Dweller and Exiton. Okay. Or with the 2 X-Ways. I had Gaia in here because I tried to find a way to actually get some level 6, level 5 synchros in, but I couldn't find any other means. So I just put Altitude Knight so I could get Exiton Knight and Gaia Knight into my extra deck.
That's smart. Yeah, because mine was obviously with just the Kaleidoscope targets, which was 1 Clauselus, 2 Unicorn, 1 Catastor, 2 Bryonac, 1 Gungnir, 3 Valkyries, 2 Trish, and 1 Decisive Armor, and then 2 Abyss Dweller. That was just there, like, okay, maybe I normal Manju or Senju, and then it sticks to that board. I do the same next turn, and then I can make those 2 to make Abyss Dweller. But that was about it, obviously. Nekroz doesn't really use their extra deck for other stuff than sending stuff like... Oh yeah, that's another thing, like, obviously, that... apart from the couple of power cards, like, obviously, like, our limited format meant that the Kaleidoscope targets were stuff that was just like, okay, it just gives me this, instead of being, like, stuff like Natis. Actually, I don't know if Natis was out at this time, but stuff like Herald, obviously, that just gives you a +1 being sent, as well as being a 4 to summon Unicorn with, and stuff like that. There's a reason why Nekroz was very, very good, and one of the few tier 0 decks that have ever existed in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Few?
There haven't been more than like 6, 7 maybe, right?
No. I'm gonna have to warn you. We're about to enter the point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where this entire game becomes the most broken it had ever been. And arguably, it was more broken at this point in time than it was, like, up until recently. And it's just...
I know the time that we're going is the... What are the... It's Tearlament, Spiral, Zodiac, Pepe, Nekroz, Dragon Ruler, Teledad, Chaos. Yeah, it's 8.
I mean...
It is funny, though, that it's like Nekroz in 2015, Pepe in 2016, Zodiac in 2017, Spiral in 2017. It's...
Yeah, like, the fact... Like, Zoo and Spiral are such changed decks that they effectively warped the entirety of 2017. Like, 2017 has, like, 4 different archetypes of Zoo in it, because Zoo kept getting hit, but Zoo kept just getting back up and being better. Because, like, the format was warping around Zoo in a way where, like, eventually everybody was playing Zoo, and every single deck could run Zoo, and then they just made it so that Zoo was the best deck in Link era for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just, like...
I did like to be like, what if we bring back Trident and Bar... Okay, put it back. The hell no. What the fuck was that? It's like, oh, nope. Never to be released, like, again.
The next 2 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! In, like, real time from Secret Forces onwards is multiple tier 0 formats back to back to back.
Yeah, this is by far the most. Because you have 4 tier 0s in the span of 2 years. Which is like, literally half of all the tier 0 decks ever in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane.
But I look forward to Jeexx playing Spiral when I'm playing with my columns and summoning Mech Knights, baby.
Guys, I'm going to be playing Melephos. I think I've talked about it a couple of times at this point, but Melephos is my second, or if not favorite, Pendulum deck, because I don't play DDD as a Pendulum deck. I play DDD as a Fusion Synchro Spam deck.
Base.
So Melephos is my favorite Pendulum deck. It's unfortunate that it's lost like a lot of its power after the master rule change, because of the fact that they can't go into like scout, monolith, make infinity, make any XYZs you want, make any synchros you want, pop all your scales, summon all your scales,
Hey,
make
you
play.
can make all the exes as synchros. You just need to find a slot for your pendulums first.
Yeah, which
yeah.
is not like that's kind of the issue.
Just
where
open all of it in your hand, Tank one turn.
no. Like, in the current era of Yu-Gi-Oh, you can't do this anymore because of links. That's the issue.
I mean,
Because you didn't have any ways of making links even with Melopho's original link.
And then they printed Electromite, who was a pretty okay card.
But not for Melopho specifically.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, what if every pendulum deck just splashed this into them?
Yeah. It's like Electromite is really good for Melephos, but it's insane for all other pendulum decks.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, it's good for this, but you have better pendulum decks. So, because it just supports pendulums, it's obviously just going to be better in those.
Like, Melephos was one of the best decks, like, around when was it? Around when Omega is out, around when Alcahest comes out, they get a lot of good stuff. When Zoo gets a lot of hits, I think it's even before Zoo. It's between Pepe and before Zoo, if I remember correctly. That's when Melephos are actually kind of playable. And then ABC hits the board, and then ABC just kind of starts shitting on every other deck until Zoo comes out.
I'm excited. That's one thing that I'm excited for. Like, actually, well, it's not really a Union deck, but it's like a... It was cool because it felt like a lot of the decks around that time, like Pepe, it did so much, and ABC was such. Wasn't it also all released in a structure?
Yeah, ABC is all a structure deck.
Yeah, it was literally just like a super simple archetype released all in a structure that was like, oh shit, this shit is actually tier 1.
Yeah.
Which was,
you remember how I talked about like how
a little bit rare.
Yeah. Yeah, like you remember how I talked about how we gave Cloudy, a friend of mine, all the like spiral cards, and then Spiral became tier 0. I bought him 3 of the structure decks. It was not a good idea.
Oh, bro's being hitting that luck roll at a full 20 every time, huh?
Like fucking hell.
That's pretty good.
He was like, yeah, I really want to play these new Union monsters, and I was like, sure, I'll get them for you. It's not like they're gonna be good. Boom. Like the best deck in the game for a full fucking 6 months.
Dragon Buster and to go into something else and to go another Dragon Buster, and it's like, what the fuck is going on, bro? This was a structure deck?
I play Union Hanger, the best field spell ever printed up to this point, and it's in a structure deck. Okay. I summon Norden. Oh, okay. I make a Utopia. I make anything. I make literally anything with a single fucking...
It's all... Dude. Only thing you need is your imagination.
I'm so glad we didn't end up making it so that Polymerization gives you other fusion cards. Because this would be hell.
It would be bad. It would be bad.
Yeah.
Unlike Konami, we're trying to future-proof at least some things here.
Yeah. There's a few cards like that, obviously, we have decided, yeah, that's fine. Like Pots. Pots are like, every now and then we just have
because they're so rare, and it's cool to occasionally see the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card to rear its head.
Yeah.
It's like...
and there's not really any other cards that you can so easily splash into whatever deck you want.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
It would be like if it was like Soul, which is like 7 pages of cards, and at some point you're like, okay, are we maybe sick of seeing the green grinning bastard? Maybe, but it's like, because it's just, I think we looked at it a couple of weeks ago when we last had it. Actually, it was last week, and I think we have 3 more cases where we can play Pot, unless they... Five. Yeah, sorry. And unless they release another Pot card before we finish the series, which could happen.
But... Which they most definitely will. I think they'll release one like next year again.
What was the last one?
It's Prosperity.
Prosperity, yeah. That's 2022? Am I crazy?
2021.
Oh, bro. Time.
It's been a while.
Time.
At this point.
Yeah, but all that being said, though, like I said, no pod today because already long, and then we ended up yapping for a long time anyway. But it's always good fun. I'm starving, so I need to get some food in me. So we're gonna get out of here, and hopefully you enjoyed once again today, and we will see you next week for a fun episode with a fun set being Premium Gold Infinite Bling.
Holy shit.
Something like that. I think it was it the Return of the Bling or... No.
I think it's Return of the Bling.
Yeah, Return. Yeah, Infinite Gold is the
2015,
next
yeah.
Premium Gold. Yeah. Return of the Bling.
I was...
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was talking about this with Cloudy, and we were both like, this is gonna be so fun to build a deck for. And I was explaining to him the rules that we're using for deck building now, and he was like, that's so fucking fun. That's so fucking cool. Which is like really, really big coming from the guy that would just grab a bunch of cards and think about stupid shit with them for like 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We came up with a good format.
And we definitely did. It's been a lot of fun. Like, initially I was not expecting this to like go even like this long, but at like this point I'm just happy that we've like kept it going. It's always fun to look forward to these Mondays, and also we've been pretty consistent with it. Like, apart from the like few weeks that we had for like trips and stuff like that, then we've been very consistent, which is rare, at least for your boy. I am not known for my consistency. So
I mean, if I'm asked to be somewhere, I'll be there for sure.
I will be there no matter what. Thank you, Pape. Thank you, Pape. We appreciate you being here. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully it remains as fun, even if we sometimes flip Royal Decree.
Fuck you.
But yeah,
that felt the most Dokapon, I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I was playing Dokapon in that moment.
Bro, you've been playing Dokapon. You should not be able to even feel pain at this point. Like, you're like, you should be numb to stuff like this. After the Darkling pushes your shit back for the 13th time, that one game. So that is the game that was made by Devil himself, Dokapon Kingdom.
It's demonic.
You should not play it. It's stick to Mario Party. At least there, like, you can get away with just having the occasional fisticuffs with your friends. Like Dokapon Kingdom, someone's house is gonna get burned, brother. That's how you make lifelong enemies. It's not good, man. It's not good. You're gonna hear Jeexx already losing his mind when he's even thinking about it. He's crying because he's thinking about the things that have happened. But yeah.
I don't want to play more Dokapon.
Time for the weekly Dokapon session. Yes, honey. Actually, it's actually that. But yeah, we're going to get out of here so I can get some food in me, and hopefully we'll see you next week for the return of the Bling. So have a good one, fellas, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.